So tonight we're gonna be installing these bad boys. Oracle lighting badge. I got the black. I already kind of like went through, kind of pre-wired. Just kind of did some things to it. I went with the black. I didn't like the white, how it looks on the pictures that I saw. Just a heads up, if you want to get something like this, this is how they come from Oracle. I'm kind of critical and nitpicky, but to me that doesn't seem that came out of the wrap like that. I much prefer it if they didn't pre-strip my wire, but some of them actually were, some of the strands were busted. They were coming apart in my hand when I was twisting them all up. But just be forewarned, that's what they that's how they come out of the box. I ordered this kit January 31st, and it just came in today. So yeah, that's super cool. Also self-explanatory, but I'll point it out. The holes, you're going to want to point them down, not up. You know, water and such. Who would have thought? Gravity. My bad, that is a little dirty. Some crazy weather going on. I already took my safari bar off. Set that aside. This panel here has got to come off. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half, because this one's, we're just going to pop that up so we can get that off. And then underneath there's going to be a couple 10 mil bolts, and then we just pull the grill off. I was going to try to tap into the daytime running lights, but doing some research, there's this, one of the auxiliary cords is right here, so I might just use that one, and then if I ever want to tap into this one, I'll rerun it. I ordered to add a fuse. It'll be here later. If it comes in before I upload the video and get the video done, I'll go ahead and do a quick install of that one, because there's some people on the interwebs that don't really know exactly what to do, and when it comes to fuses, people get weirded out by it. So when that does come in, I'm going to run completely, recap, reseal that. I'll run a power cable up to the add a fuse. Then when you do the add a fuse, it will be triggered by the ignition. So when the ignition's on and running, the lights will be on. So that'll be pretty much in same concept as daytime running lights. So let's go ahead and get the ball rolling. There's some have some problems with these flimsy pry pieces, because they really can't get into that lip there to get a good pull. So in the cool Amazon kit that I picked up, you got this guy come with it. Getting in there now doesn't seem like it's too terribly difficult, especially with that leverage there. That one's gone. So just be, as I was getting ready to say, be careful with that one. That probably fell on the bash plate. I'll get that in a minute. But this gets right underneath there, pulls it up. Probably not supposed to pull it all the way out, because there is a little clip there, but better safe than sorry. looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to take a. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope, here. This one. Not to be confused with this one here. So it's still going to be 4. If you had like a Badlands or super cool trim, you'll have some connections here you need to undo. Um, that's it. I'll come back in a minute. Just those first 4 screws out. For some reason, the engineers at Ford decided to put Loctite on them. I, there's really no need for Loctite, in my opinion. I mean, it's just plastic. Other than that, it's being held on by these pressure pins. Yeah, it's plenty of reinforcement. So we're going to go ahead and work it from the top. That's one-handed, so just pull straight. There's going to be another one down here. Work over here real quick, too. You can see the clips on the bottom, especially if this is a black diamond, so I can see that there. Ah, man, that thing's ugly as sin. So it's off, really dirty. I'm gonna clean it up before I bring it inside. We're gonna get our drill. We're gonna drill all these little welds, or I'm sorry, plastic from when they injected it and heated up so these stock letters can come out. I got it all cleaned off up front. I just didn't want all that nasty rolled salt in my house. I got a 5/16 drill bit, and you just gotta drill out the white gunk. Once it breaks I don't really want to call it, once it breaks up free, it should push through, and we're going to reuse the same holes for our new lettering. I did one. I'm not going to bore everybody with all the letters. So that's all you got to do. Drill it a little bit. Go ahead and push on it. I use a little bit too big of a drill, but I might take a step down or just keep it. Go ahead and do it to each letter. I'll be back. So pro tip, that 1/4" bit was absolutely perfect. You line it right up, it snaps off that plastic, and I didn't even need to use the razor blade or anything like that. Alcohol, not the stuff you drink. That's in a minute. We're gonna go ahead and wipe these letters down to make sure we have maximum adhesion of these outstanding Oracle lighting badges, and we'll be back. Oracle has the option to do adhesion promoter. I did not get that. I don't see a need for it. If these eventually fall off, I can get some of that, and I can fix that real quick and easy. But first, look at that. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and put these on. You can reuse they actually put that in line with the existing hole, so there's really no way you could screw it up by mismatching and misaligning it. So these are a little bit thicker. Obviously, there's a light behind them. Where's my R at? Kind of show a comparison. Not that it matters, it sticks out. It's not. Who cares? So just that's what we're going to. That's what we came from. Just kind of give a look comparison. I'm a big fan of the blackout, but that's just me. My cup of tea there. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest, and I'll be back. Putting these letters on, I remembered in the box these templates come out. So if you want to spell Bronco out, light it up somewhere else other than the grill, you can. I don't know, tailgate, side, who cares? Who knows? You put these templates down and you drill your hole right where it's at, and look at that. It's exactly where that needs to be to feed your wire through. But again, like I said before, they're not needed because they use the factory location for the front. Just something I figured I'd add real quick. This is my only complaint with this kit, is the fact that I have a positive and a negative. All the letters all have to come out, and you can either A, tap your positives in a daisy chain form to the middle one and run it that way, or I wish there was a better way of doing it. I mean, if Oracle would take the time and money they invested in already pre-cutting my wires, could have given me like T-taps or something, and that effect. But I'm thinking if I run maybe the two I would actually need to tap into would be these ones here, able to run there. Looks a little crazy. I couldn't think of a better way to secure the wires. You can only zip ties aren't going to work because there's nothing there to be small enough to zip tie to. I know those they make little squares and little 3M or 4M like stickies, but this is not going to work very well. So I use a combination of silicone, as I said previously. Works really, really well. It's pretty permanent once it dries. This one's stuck on there, and that's not moving anywhere. And then probably going to get yelled at. I think I already did get yelled at from my dad. A hot glue gun, low temperature. That seems to be working really, really well. It's very brittle, so I don't think that eventually, I don't know the melting point of low temperature glue. My buddies are going to give me crap for it too because I love glue. So my biggest fear is summer heat gets pretty hot, especially near the engine bay. I don't know if it's going to make this glue become tacky again. I know the silicone won't move once it's dry. So I went ahead, put a dab of glue, put the wire down, so it's not going to burn the inside of the wire or cause any shortages out. I've also tested it on a piece of scrap wire I had. Everything seemed to be fine. Ran my ground to the left headlight. Already have that ready to go for the ground. Ran on my hot right to the middle where my my aux cable will be. My fuse is supposed to come tomorrow. I'm going to wire it up, see how I like it. Odds are I'm probably going to add it to that fuse, and I'll probably tack this on during editing, so you'll probably see the installation of the aux for the people that want to do the aux, and then you'll see right followed it. You'll see another video of me doing the unplugging that, and then plugging the fuse in for the acceleration, or when the ignition's turned on. So just keep that in mind. Install. What was that? I ran my ground to the bottom. Learned from my mistake. Probably should have ran it from the O up, because the ground's going to go here anyway, on here. It doesn't necessarily have to be ground anywhere on this side. I decided to kind of keep it on this side, so I knew that these had it here. I had some bolts here I could go to, but you could technically ground it anywhere. I got my trusty Rusty here. I mean, he looks rough, but he's been around the block. He knows how to do the job. Run that to where I want it to be. We'll get it done. So, aux hooked up. Again, I only put this heat shrink on there for reinforcement. I'm going to do the fuse, so it really... I'm going to run another wire here anyway. So this is just literally maybe for like the next 24 hours. If I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't, then I just won't. Was that violet and gray? That bad boy is chilling here, and I realized that that looks like kind of like a dark green. I need to go to blue and orange. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this so I have more space to mess with my wiring. It seems like it's... Go ahead and hook that up. I went over my ground, not thinking about it, but that's fine. Again, fuse installs are going to be coming right after this clip anyway, and it's going to be like, I got the fuse, put it in, and nothing happened. Went ahead and checked my switch to make sure I walk, talk, that my job is 100% good. Like, everything's fine. You know, the videos, when I was, before buying it, I just wanted it backlit. And what you're seeing now, you're going to see a lot of, like, brightness around it. I'm going to shut the lights off real quick. And you'll see, hopefully, that it stands out pretty far away. I got it all hooked up. Black diamond model. I'm not sure if all the other models matter, but I think this is, we tapped into the stability bar disconnect fuse location. Don't quote me. I'm not a freaking expert. Don't use this first guy here. Yeah, the lights just stay on the entire time. So as soon as the ignition comes on, lights kick on, ignition's off, and once the parking lights and the headlights go out, those lights go out. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted to do. You do not need to tap in. Get the fuse. And then just be aware, everyone, if you watched my first video and the next videos after that, I don't like that. You're gonna have to kind of cut that a little bit. Probably people are gonna be like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, you're cutting, it's voided, it's a terrible car, oh my god, And I know someone who's gonna say that. So just, you don't need to heat up a razor blade. Just take your needle nose pliers and kind of bend it and snap it off. It's very brittle. And then the panel has to be bent out as well, just so the wire doesn't get kinked or broken or shorted out. This is probably about 6 feet away. I wanted it to be noticeable, like 10 feet without lights on, and you can see, and I can clearly see Bronco. Ours a little bit, you go down to its level, you can clearly see it is backlit. I like it. As far as like the Safari bar goes, I'll do another one at the end with that installed. We'll see how that all looks. We'll go from there. I'm going to go ahead and button everything up. That again, the video, it's going to portray it. That's going to be really bright, and you're not going to be able to see as much. But there is contrast. Exactly what I wanted it to be. Farther away, you're going to know something's there. As well as how clear it is, I don't know. All my wires are hidden. Can't see anything, which is great. This is how it looks like with the bull bar, safari bar, whatever you want to call it. Potato. It's there. It doesn't look like it interferes too much. Try to keep it low so you can see on the side. If you go higher up, you'll see the backlit of the LEDs. But it looks pretty good.